What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a Master Duel Fiendsmith Azamina Snake Eyes deck profile. So I'm really excited to do some for you guys because this deck was actually suggested to me by one of my patrons, Meli. And this deck is currently one of the most powerful decks to play on Master Duel. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards. And definitely give Meli some love down in the comments down below for suggesting such an awesome deck. So let's get straight on into this one, guys. So first off, we're playing 3 copies of Diabellstar. Diabellstar is definitely a 3-of in the build because this card can instantly get you your copy of Deception. This card also can special summon itself from your hand by sending a card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and when this card is normal or special summoned, you can set a simple spell or trap directly from your deck, which is such a powerful effect to instantly get to your copy of Deception so you can step into your Azamina engine. We then play a single copy of Snake Eye Ash. Snake Eye Ash is definitely a 1-of in the build and the best normal summon in the entire deck. As if this card is normal or special summon, you can actually add a level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand, which is a really powerful effect to instantly grab your copy of Popular. This card also has the ability you can actually send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card, to special summon a Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, which is an insane ability to instantly bring out your copy of Oak using this card's ability. We then play a single copy of Popular. Popular is definitely a 1-of in the build because if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon this card, and if this card is normal or special summon, you actually get to add a Snake Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand, which is such a powerful effect. We then play a single copy of Snake Eye Oak. Oak is definitely a 1-of in the build, with the ability if this card is normal or special summon, you can actually target one of your level 1 fire monsters that's banished from your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it, which you're usually just special summoning it to your side of the field. This card also has an insane effect, which you can actually send 2 face-up cards that you control to the graveyard, including this card, and then special summon a Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except for the copy of this card. We then play a single copy of Flamebird Dragon. Flamebird Dragon is such a powerful boss monster in this build because this card is actually insane. It lets you target a face-up monster on the field or in either player's grave and place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card. Also, if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can actually special summon 2 level 1 fire monsters from your graveyard, instantly bring back your Snake Eye monsters to your side of the field, which is crazy powerful. We then play a single copy of Snake Eyes Diabellstar. Snake Eye Diabellstar is definitely a 1-of in the build and just such a powerful combo piece in this deck to be able to use to help you go in for game. We then play 2 copies of Fiendsmith Engraver. Fiendsmith Engraver is amazing. This card is such a powerful card because you can actually discard this card to add a copy of Fiendsmith Track from your deck to your hand. You can also shuffle one other light fiend monster from your graveyard in the deck or the extract to special summon this card from the graveyard, instantly bringing it back to your side of the field so you can step into your link plays or even use this card as a fusion material, which is insane, using your copy of Sequence to step into Desiree, which is a crazy powerful boss monster. We then play a single copy of Lurie. Lurie is a key combo piece for your Fiendsmith engine because basically with this card, you'll search out your copy of Lurie using Track, and then Track will discard Lurie, and then Lurie special summons itself to your side of the field, which is actually insane. So you can just basically link away your copy of Lurie and go full Fiendsmith combo. We then play a single copy of Magnamut. Magnamut is crazy powerful in this deck as a 1-of because this card actually helps you banish light or dark monsters from either player's graveyard, and also this card has the ability if this card is special summoned during the end phase of the turn it was special summoned, you actually get to add a dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except for the copy of this card, which you're usually adding your copy of Druid's Worm directly from your deck to your hand off this card's effect, because Druid's Worm is great in this build to basically use this card as an interruption for Fiendsmith in the mirror match, which is so cool, but this card is also great at helping you spot remove cards off the field. These cards are really powerful as hand traps in today's meta and just really insane in this deck. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is definitely a 3-of in build to basically just use this card to stop your opponent from touching the deck. We then play 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. Droll and Lockbird is really good as a 3-of in the build, especially in this meta, and it's really good to be able to play to stop your opponent from touching the deck for the rest of the turn. We then play 3 copies of Fluros. Fluros is really good at helping us basically just draw cards, and it's a really powerful hand trap in this deck. We then play 2 copies of Max C. Since it is a Master Duel deck profile, this card is currently at 2 in Master Duel, and it's one of the most powerful hand traps ever created, just to help you draw cards. We then play a single copy of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is really good at just stopping your opponent's monster effects, but we also play Cross-Set Designator in this build, so this card is really good as a Cross-Set Designator target. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of the Hallowed Azamina. Hallowed Azamina is a key combo piece in the Azamina engine, with this card letting you reveal an Azamina fusion monster in your X deck, and for every 4 levels it has, round down, you get to send a Sinful Spoil card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and then you get to special summon that revealed monster, which is a great effect to basically just use your card, like Deception, to basically step into your copy of Musalago or Severa using this card, which is so cool. We then play a single copy of Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. This card is insane that we can still play this card in Master Duel, but this card is really good in this deck to basically help you summon out your copy of Ash, because this card lets you send one of their face-up cards you control to the graveyard, and then you get to special summon a level 1 fire monster from your hand or deck, instantly bringing out your copy of Ash and stepping into the entire Snake Eye engine. We then play a single copy of Fiendsmith Track. Track is extremely important in this deck to use for your Fiendsmith engine, because this card searches out Lurie, and this card is searchable by the effect of your copy of Fiendsmith, which is why you just play a single copy in the build. This card lets you add Lurie from your deck to your hand, and then discard your copy of Lurie, so you can basically go full Fiendsmith combo. We then play a single copy of Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils. Wanted is really good because this card searches out Dibellstar directly from our deck to our hand. We then play a single copy of Divine Temple. Divine Temple is a really powerful field spell that has an insane ability that when this card is activated, you can actually place a Snake Eye monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell, and also level 1 fire monsters that you control gain 1100 attack points. And once per turn, if your opponent normally special summons a monster, you can actually target a monster in your on your field that's treated as a continuous spell card, and then special summon it to your field, which is such a powerful effect to be able to use. But this card is definitely a one-of in the build. It's just such a powerful card to help you bump your monsters back to your side of the field from the spell and trap card zone. With my single copy of Cross-Set Designator. Cross-Set Designator is great in this deck to basically just use this card to stop your opponent's hand traps. We then play 2 copies of Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave is great in this deck alongside your copy of Cross-Set Designator, just to guarantee you're going to have outs to your opponent's hand traps. We then play 2 copies of Bonfire. Bonfire is definitely a 2 on the build, currently at 2 in Master Duel, but it's awesome because it helps you search out your copy of Ash from your deck to your hand. We then play 3 copies of Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Your copy of Dibellstar can instantly get to this card, but this card helps you step into the entire Azamina package. With the ability, you can actually tribute a monster from your hand or field, and then an Azamina card from your deck to your hand, which you're always searching the Hallowed Azamina, so we can actually step into our fusion plays, which is insane to be able to do. Also, if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard and you control an Azamina monster, you can actually make your opponent lose 15 or life points, and then we gain 15 or life points, and also during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard, because it was sent there from the spell and trap card zone this turn, which it will be with the effect of Hallowed Azamina, you can actually set it back to your side of the field, which is such a powerful effect. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get in to the traps. So for the traps, we're just going to be playing 3, and that's going to be 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is definitely a 3-of in the build. Basically just stop your opponent's monster effects and also lock down entire columns of spells and traps. This card is currently one of the most powerful hand traps in the entire game, and it's just really good in this deck to just stop your opponent's monster effects and just set this card to your side of the field just in case you need to basically just stop those entire columns of spells and traps. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to start off with a single copy of Severa. Severa is definitely a one-of in the build, as this card is actually a walking negate, and plus it's super easy to summon this build with your copy of Duel Azamina. With my single copy of Musalago. Musalago is really good as a one-of in the build because monsters that your opponent control lose a 500 attack and defense points for each Azamina monster that you control. And this card's fusion summon, you can actually add an Azamina or a Sinful Spell card from your deck to your hand, which is such a powerful effect to be able to use to basically just step into your Sinful Spells package by using your Azamina cards, which is why I play Deception at 3 in this deck. We then play a single copy of Desiree. Desiree is really good because this card is basically a walking negate. We then play a single copy of Lacrima. Lacrima is insane that we can still play this card in Master Duel, but this card is really good because monsters that your opponent control lose 600 attack points, and if this card is fusion summon, you can actually target one of your Light Fiend monsters that's banished during the graveyard and add it to your hand or special summon it, but you're always bringing back your copy of Fiendsmith back to your side of the field, so we have 2 level 6s on the field. And if this card's in the graveyard, you can actually shuffle one of their Light Fiend monster from the graveyard into the deck with the extract, and then inflict 1200 points of damage to your opponent, which is crazy powerful. I made a single copy of Doomed Dragon. Doomed Dragon is a really powerful boss monster in the deck and super easy to summon in this build, and actually doesn't even require polymerization. It must either be fusion summon or special summon by sending 2 face-up monsters from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, and if this card is special summon, you can actually target a face-up monster on the field and place that monster in the spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card, which is a great effect. We then play a single copy of Beatrice. Beatrice is still playable in Master Duel, but this card is basically a walking Foolish Burial for anything that you need. We then play a single copy of Appaloosa. Appaloosa is crazy powerful to be able to play in Master Duel because this card is actually a walking monster in the game, which is insane. And then a single copy of Promethean Princess. This card is great because this card is Monster Reborn for our fire cards, and it's just really easy to summon in this deck. My single copy of Hita. Hita's great in this build to basically just take your opponent's Ash Blossom out of their graveyard, send it back to our side of the field, and then step into our copy of Princess, which is insane to be able to do. And my single copy of SP to be able to use as a double interruption. 1 copy of Moon. Moon is really good in this deck as a 1-0 to be able to use, because any 2 monsters basically lead into your Fiendsmith combo, which is why we play so few Fiendsmith cards in the deck, because this card just leads in the entire Fiendsmith combo. So any 2 monsters makes this, which then makes Requiem, which then goes full Fiendsmith combo. With my single copy of Sequence. Sequence is great to help us summon our copy of Desiree or a copy of Lacrima, which is so cool to be able to do, as this card is basically a walking fusion card for our Fiendsmith engine. We then play a single copy of IP. IP is great in this build to be able to use because this card lets us go in for a copy of SP during the opponent's turn. And then a single copy of Requiem. Requiem is extremely important in this deck as a 1-of because this card plus any Light Fiend monster can instantly step into this card, like your copy of Lacrima or your copy of Lurie, that can instantly step into this card, and then you just tribute it to summon out your copy of Fiendsmith to your side of the field, which is crazy powerful to be able to do. But this card is definitely a 1-of in the deck. We then play a single copy of Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh is just really good because we play so many level 1s in the deck, and it's a really awesome card. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is super fun to be able to play in Master Duel. If you guys have never played a Fiendsmith Azamina Snake Eye deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try in Master Duel because it's actually insane, and you can make some absolutely incredible boards. So that's going to be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.